Yesterday, I told you about the Republican Congressman-elect George Santos, who got caught lying about his employment history, and he got caught lying about his educational history, and he got caught lying that he had 4 employees that were victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting. Now, George Santos has been saying that he is a gay Jewish man, and it turns out that he does not appear to be Jewish. I guess he's still really gay. We don't know. But the Jewish part seems to have also been part of his completely made up story. LGBTQ Nation reporting gay Jewish Republican Congressman-elect busted in another fake claim. He's probably not Jewish either. LGBTQ Nation writes about a New York Times piece exploring all of the different lies that he told about education and the other things that we talked about. And then it goes on to say, now another falsehood has likely been exposed. Santos touted his Jewish heritage to woo Orthodox Jewish voters, but Jewish Telegraphic Agency reports that more than likely that is fake too. The outlet went back through Santos's appearances and claims and concluded that, as with so much else in his personal narrative, there's little to suggest truth beyond his own past comments. Santos identifies as Jewish through his mother, although his father was Catholic. Santos has said that he is Catholic. That's common in America for someone to identify as ethnically Jewish and religiously Christian, according to the outlet. Both his parents are Brazilian. His biography includes the info that George's grandparents fled Jewish persecution in Ukraine, settled in Belgium, and again fled persecution during World War II. They ultimately settled in Brazil, where his mother was born. Sounds reasonable. Santos's mother, Fatima de Volder, died in New York City, and her obituary doesn't claim Jewish heritage. Fatima is a famous Roman Catholic appellation for the Virgin Mary. What this means is, I've never met a Jew named Fatima. That's essentially what is being written here. De Volder is a Flemish name, validating his claim about Belgian heritage, but the Flemish people are overwhelmingly Catholic. Santos, his sister, and his lawyer all refused comment. But Matt Brooks, CEO of the Republican Jewish Coalition, told the outlet he questioned the duplicitous GOP congressman-elect. I asked him about this. He identifies as Jewish. So this appears to be a lie as well. Now, I don't know. It's not stolen valor. Stolen valor is something we talk about. People who claim military service when they were not in the military, or they say, well, I had combat in the military when they did not see combat in the military. This isn't stolen valor, but it's something else as applied to the Jewish people. And many of you know that I'm Jewish. Jewish heritage and identity and ethnicity are really closely tied to the culture and history of the Jewish people and the oppression of Jewish people for 2,000 years. And for a lot of Jews, it's an important part of our identity. And so when you see someone that is claiming this, and it is made up, in this case, potentially to woo Orthodox Jewish voters, you are attempting to profit from a story that has a lot of tragedy and it has a lot of horrible things that affects and guides how Jewish people feel today without actually having that in your family history, without actually having lived it. And the sum total of the lies that this guy has told in any normal job would get you fired. In normal jobs, if it was uncovered after you were hired by HR that you lied about your employment history and you lied about your educational history. You know, the Jewish thing is more of from an employment standpoint, it's less relevant to claim that you were Jewish when you were not. But the sum totality of this in any normal job would get you fired. And this is a guy who I can't imagine that, they voted for him. They voted for him maybe based on some lies. If he had said, hey, you know what? I actually don't really have any relevant employment history or impressive education, and I don't share an identity with the Orthodox Jewish voters, and it's possible that he might have lost. Of course, it is too late at this point in time, but starting off strong, an incredibly historic level of dishonesty from a guy that was celebrated by many, including by people like Glenn Greenwald. Look, it's Republicans electing a gay congressman and blah, 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 blah. Seems like he made everything up. The last thing would be, is he actually gay? And I couldn't care less one way or the other. He's a liar. That's what I care about. But it seems for now, that is the one part of his claimed personal description that remains true.